Welcome back to Powerlines. I'm Hebah Bukhari and I'm here to break down some of the week's headlines. The first story is a Forbes piece titled Huge Growth in Fusion Energy Industry Shows New Report. The report in question is a survey from the Fusion Industry Association. So while its findings and optimism are biased, the data is still interesting to see. 8 new fusion companies were founded in the last year, according to the report, which also documents over $2 billion in investments last year into fusion companies and fusion electricity in particular. The percentage of people working in fusion that believe fusion will be on the grid in the next decade has increased from 83% to 93% over the past year. Obviously, these respondents have an incentive to believe such things, but the financial trends in the report back up the sense of optimism regarding the more opinionated aspects of the piece. Fusion is considered somewhat of a holy grail for sustainable energy, and it will be exciting to see if these predictions pan out. Next, we have a utility dive brief. State regulators approved Georgia Power's plans to retire all coal plants by 2028, except for Plant Bowen. Georgia Power's 2022 Integrated Resources Plan, which includes 2.3 gigawatts of solar procurement and 2.4 gigawatts of natural gas power purchase agreements, was approved last week by the Public Service Commission. The IRP contains the retiring of all coal plants, except for 2 units totaling 1,600 megawatts at Plant Bowen, though the Plant Bowen units will be reevaluated in the next IRP scheduled for 2025. The PSC also approved a 265 megawatts grid-scale storage project and a promise for 500 megawatts more. Georgia Power believes this is a big step for their green energy transition, as it would nearly double their solar energy capacity. But environmental groups say that the plan is not aggressive enough to meet increasingly desperate climate goals. Time will tell if the impact of these projects will move the needle on climate in Georgia. Finally, we have a curious piece from Wired with somewhat of an awkward title. Broken charging stations could be stalling the EV movement. The title provides some interesting information regarding some public EV goals set by a couple administrations in America, and data suggesting that 23% of level 2 chargers in San Francisco could be non-functioning at a given time, and that around a third of EV drivers in California had encountered a malfunctioning charger. The article is right in pointing out that this could be frustrating for new EV adopters who want the convenience of a regular ICE vehicle without as much environmental guilt, and the lack of reliable public infrastructure for EVs could harm the perception and adoption. However, the title is reckless in its framing. Broken charging stations could be stalling the EV movement. Has the EV movement been stalled though? The title implies an immediate urgency to restart a failing movement, but the article provides no data to support this claim. In fact, data by the Argonne National Laboratory shows that EV sales are up in 2022 over the previous year. It is important to address structural issues that could make electrifying transportation less appealing, but hopefully in the future we can present those problems without sensationalizing it in the headlines. That's all for us today at Powerlines. As always, we will have the links to the articles in the description. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to Z Prime's YouTube channel for more energy news and videos. Thank you.